All right. So I'm a little late. I said I'd be on by about 10 o'clock this morning. And I am going to fly from Florida down to Jamaica, as promised, this morning in a beautiful jet. This is the Citation Longitude. And I was looking up the specs for this airplane this morning. This is a pretty new jet. It just came out in 2018. And I mean, just reading the specs on this thing, okay, I don't have the specs on the X, the Citation X. Hold on, let me see if I can get those. Let's see if I can thrust. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, so probably the closest jet to this is gonna be the Citation X. Yeah, that's what it looks like. This is a long-range jet. It does 476 knots true airspeed. Goes 3,500 miles, takes 12 passengers. By comparison, the X does over 500 knots, so it's a little faster. Well, I say a little, that's 40 knots, 50 knots faster. Has less powerful engines. The X has less powerful engines. It's got 13,000 pounds of thrust compared to this one, which has 15,000 thrust. Same number of passengers. Length is very close, fairly close. The stats I've got aren't quite the same. Fuel capacity. Is there a fuel capacity on this thing? Nope. So I'm just going to model it after the X, and we'll see what happens. We will see. The reason I'm choosing the X is because I'm talking about SimBrief now, and really, this is about getting some data. I let MSFS pick the flight plan, which is roughly like one that's used in the real world. I didn't look at it that closely. Taking off from Miami Executive, it's the flight plans are going to be a little bit different. Taking off on the Miami 6 departure, and which is one of those, I believe it's a generic departure. So let's swap those two. Isn't there a way to do that? Nope. Okay, let's take that out. KMIA to. Alright, and then let's go click there and. Look at the Miami 6. There it is. Yeah, it's just one of those generic departures. And is there a altitude hold down on this thing? Minimum climb is 312 feet per nautical mile. I think we can manage that in this airplane. Okay, so we're going to Alright, so... did it change my airplane? Change aircraft. Okay, we'll do that. Alright. It says I've got 6 hours. Look at that name, Thuy Clock. I like it. Okay, so there's my flight plan. And does it give me any? Let's see, there's some specs here. Navlog. Kind of I don't know how useful this is. This is great. It shows you the distance between points, right? So if you have to add them all up, you can't get like a Navlog summary. What do we got here? Anything? Not really. Interesting how they show the weather. And I guess that's one of those tropical storms out there. Okay, let's load this thing up. So we're gonna try this. We're gonna try to use the checklist and everything. I'm not gonna sit by the edge of the road. Oh, I probably didn't pick the. Did I pick the parking place? I don't think I did. Hope it doesn't make me start over. There's so many opportunities in MSFS to make improvements. I was watching a, I think it was a Sovereign Land. It's very hard to find good videos, you know, YouTube, which is my big training, you know, place where I find a lot of stuff. Very hard to find good videos on landing these citations. But I did find one, and with a lot of squinting, I could see what his final approach speeds were, mostly. Comes down final at about 140, and then puts in his final notch and bleeds his airspeed all the way down to about 100 over the threshold. Yeah, see, I didn't. We're gonna do the checklist because it's Saturday, right? It's Saturday here today. So this means I've got to go. Validate. I wonder what validate means. Well, I guess it validated. Notice that you got to click some buttons twice. Alright, this will only take a second. And I wanted to see how Miami Executive looked. You know, just sort of clicking, you know, ticking off another airport in the great big world of airports to see which ones look good and which ones don't, which ones to avoid. Okay, so I gotta go back here. And see, it forgot my airport. And it doesn't even know, it didn't even have it in top 3. KMIA. No, not KMIA. Oh, there it is, KTMB. God, see. and we want to zoom in. And we could set our parking place. We'll set it there at the end. Set as departure. And then MTPP. And we'll go high altitude airways. And so the Miami 6 and the Sava 1 Delta to runway 28. Anything else I need to do here? Hopefully this won't take long since I just had it loaded. This is a powerful airplane, though. I was saying before, it is a very powerful airplane. You gotta pull your throttles all the way back to around 35, 40 to keep it below 250, below 10,000. So, you know, wow. I want to take a harder look at the autopilot. Customize level of assistance and the types of errors you receive. I should shut those assistant things off if I can do that. They are so friggin' annoying. Alright, so there's Miami Executive. Okay, yes, we've seen this airplane. And it's gorgeous, we know that. Alright, let's look outside. It's kind of gamey, right, this menu? Look at that sucker. So yeah, it looks good. Shadows. The frame rate's 30. Very realistic. All right. Okay. So, oh, okay, that worked. So, what else? So what do we got here? We got flight director, vertical speed, VNAV, FLC, autopilot. That's in-up. There's the approach button, there's nav heading, bank, which will reduce our bank somewhat depending on our altitude. You know, and I guess I'll use the altitude profile that I got from SimBrief because I didn't see what altitude to climb to. It says flight level 410. Surprised that this thing doesn't have auto throttle. Not that I want it, not that I want to use it, but I'm just surprised because the TBM 930 has auto throttle. You know, for a jet that costs $27 million, you know. All right, and I've got to change my control profile. Throttle quad. There we go. Apply and save. Go back. Resume. That says AT. Maybe it does have auto throttle. Checklist. Where would I find the checklist? Well, that's an objective. What is AI control? Well, that's handy. Manage radio comms, control aircraft. Basic controls. What does this do? I don't know. Checklist. Oh, guess we gotta do some of this stuff. We gotta set the parking brake. Parking brake is on. I wish. All right, we'll just keep it that way. Battery switch. On. Let's see. So should I zoom in a little bit? There's the APU. Control lock. It's locked. Permanently locked. Okay, there's the flaps. Pressure mode. Engine start switches. Power transfer. Hydraulic pumps. It's like an IQ test. How quickly can you find things? It says external power is available, but it wants the battery switches, not the external power. Electrical left main, left electrical right main. Turn on right main. That's a bus tie. There's battery. Autopilot. Generator switches on. Right gen on, left gen on. So what do I do? Click these? Oh, what does this do? Parking brake. Okay, that's cool. Generators are on, right? Nope, they weren't. APU knob start. Well, I'm using external power, right? Even though I didn't actually do that. I may make one more. Caught ya. Hi, Andy. Hi, Serpentia. You're up. Uh, morning live stream. Haiti today. Yeah. What's it? MTPP. That's where, you know, I said I'd go to Haiti or go to Jamaica, so I'm going. I wonder if there's an ATIS. Um, hmm. I can't bring up the menu. Oh, there we go. Weather. See, you would think that here they would. Let's see, I'm using live weather. I can go live the whole thing. And you would think that in here someplace that they would put the ATIS. Wouldn't you? Let's see. Miami Executive. All right. Altimeter in this area is 2997. And that changed both. And so that puts us at minus 10 feet. Not much confidence in this live weather stuff, I gotta tell you. Alright, but we also have to, let's see, where's the weight? Here we go. How much fuel? If I'm flying a Citation X, it wants me to have 7,248 pounds. So that would be 724, about 2,200 pounds of gas, gallons of gas. Wait, 220 gallons of gas. Is that right? Let's see. No. 724. And then half of that again, so that would be 110 gallons of gas. Okay. So we got 215. Let's take some extra just to be sure. We'll see what happens. We've got pilot, co-pilot, 2 passengers. Okay, so that's done. So, and then our flight plan is preloaded. Thank God for that. I believe. Yeah. And if I go like, oh, what is that? Well, that's cool. I don't know what it does. I can move it. Oh, I see. I think that needs some work. Oh, I see. Go like this. clicking, clicking. There we go. All right. And if I recall, we're going to be landing west. So is it true? Well, they're saying I'm landing east. I don't know what the weather is there. If I'm landing east, the weather in there is 320 at 6. So, yeah, I guess I should be landing west. The wind is 270, variable 350. All right. So let's see if we can go back. All right. Then we can zoom in. I think really this knob here isn't good for much other than zooming in. I guess this is supposed to be 10 miles. There's no compass and no way to turn on a compass. Thing needs a lot of work. Okay. Okay, so the battery's on, and let's see, APU knob is start. Check that off. APU RPM stabilizes at 28 to 100%. Okay, where do you see that? See it down there. I mean, there's really only one place where you can look for systems, and that's right there. And is there a systems thing down here? Map settings, weather. Weather selection. So I don't know if next red is on right now or not. No system selection here unless I'm missing something. Power reserve. Nothing that says what the... Oh, God, staring at it. APU 100%. Check item. Feel free to chime in if you see me doing something stupid here. APU bleed is norm. Norm. Pedostatic wing, that's icing over here. APU bleed, APU gen is wait a second. Okay, so that's norm. Take item, APU gen switch on. Let's look on. Tick item, external power is off. External power, thank God for this. Okay, so external power is off, but it says it's available. So how do you disconnect it? External power switch must be set to off. Well, it's it's available. So we'll just say it's off. Take item. Battery amps, both 0 or charging. Battery amps is negative. It's not good. APU gen is on bus tie? So if I turn it on, if I turn external power on, it says it's negative 619. If I turn it off, it goes down to minus 19. It didn't tell me to click the bus tie. So let's just keep going, see what happens. Okay, so APU gen is on. External power is off. Battery amps both 0 or charging. I would say that's not charging. I don't know. Whatever. This is page complete. Left engine run, stop button, run. Left engine starter button, push. Something has happened to my... Hold on a sec. Okay. Run. Run. Well, this is left engine. Run, stop. So run, left engine starter button, push. Engine instruments monitor. N2 IDT will exceed the red line or stabilized idle is not achieved within 50 seconds of IDT rise. So I guess to abort start, you would click the start button again. I don't know. All right. Check that off. I missed this. Power levers idle, which they are. So I did the left. I skipped over the right engine run. Okay. So set that to run. and then start. Let's see, so let me read this again here real quick. I would have... See, when... I think part of it is, you know, there's no cutoff here, so I assume that the cutoff is simply with the throttles at idle. So, okay, let's just move on. Okay, so page is complete. So that's done. So those are the only two checklists for this airplane. The rest of it is just you doing whatever you're going to do. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Sure they'll get more at some point. Alright, so my flight plan is loaded, so I don't have to do that. My pressurization... Ooh, where's the pressurization? I assume it's automatic. Maybe a dangerous assumption. Let's see, what do we got down here again? APU bleeds. Pressurization mode is something that I can't see. Norm. Cabin altitude up, down. And is there cabin altitude up here? Like, how do you check your cabin altitude? I mean, there must be a systems page of some kind. And well, there really is no display. See, I would think that there would be a systems page of some kind. Maybe it's over here. Minimums, bearing, PFD. Yeah, it's a lot of work. All right, so I think we're ready to go. Let's see, I'm just trying to sort of check off the things that I would check off in another airplane. So I don't really have a checklist to use here. Barometer is set. This is set to VOR1, so FMS altitude, we're gonna say 5,000. By the way, is there a way to do it? Yep, you can do 100s. I wouldn't do it that way, the way they did it. Alright, so let's see. I don't know if there is an auto throttle. See, that has me bugged a little bit. We'll just do, oh, auto throttle disconnect. So I guess once you get, if that's what that is, auto throttle disconnect. I don't know. We will try, I guess, once we get airborne. We don't want to run over that guy. Which runway are we taking off on? We're taking off east. So we're going to make a right turn out of parking. Really, I'd feel bad if I ran over this guy. Let's look at an airport diagram. Okay, so we'll make it right out of here, go to taxiway Hotel 4, and then go down Echo all the way to the end, to Echo 1. We will do our best to follow that plan. So taxi with lights. Let's see, that stuff doesn't work. See, they didn't tell me to turn on the recognition lights. We're going to turn on the taxi light. And what else do we have up there? Emergency lights arm, I would think. That's ELT. Okay, so I've got taxi recognition. Anti-collision lights are here, landing lights are there. So we are all set. I need it. You know, you're not going to find a checklist for this thing. They're going to either have to give you one or something, because you won't find it. Let's have a look. Let's look out here, see if we can see the flight controls. Nope, you really can't. Now, if it were me, I would turn around and look. There is a toga button too. Yeah, are the chocks on or something? Frustration. No chocks. Oh, it thinks the altimeter is 299 or 8. Okay. So the B key does that, and then if I recall from it just takes a little bit of time to get it rolling. So I'm running. Oh, wait a second, only one of my friggin' engines is on. So 50% power to get it rolling. Wow. You know, I would say, you know, it'll be the visuals that'll carry this sim through. Or the visuals just right out there are just beautiful. But boy, the systems are just almost, it's not bizarre, but it's, they need a lot of work. See, I said echo, right? This is hotel. See that view? I can't stop it from doing two views like this. I want it to go to my view. And look at the, I mean, I have to mash the brakes to make this thing turn. Let's try something. Let's go to controls and let's go here and let's go manager, and let's copy this and let's call this who cares what kind of it is, that doesn't really help. Citation rudder. Okay, and now let's go to sensitivity, and I hope this doesn't muck it up for everybody. Well, my sensitivity set pretty high. Let's see, so I hate to do that because I worry that when I get on the runway it's gonna go bizarre on me. But we'll try it. Yeah, apply and save. Let's go back. I just really worry it's too sensitive on the Cessna. But we'll try. Let me do a little test here. I'm going to try to follow this taxi line. Yeah, that's much better. We'll just have to see what it's like on the runway. I mean, they should really study FSUIPC. If they want to fix all this stuff, they should study FSUIPC for all of its good and bad, and what it does right and what it does wrong, because, you know, have you ever used FSUIPC? It is a complex piece of software. It takes a while to get used to. But they're going to need something similar. You know, they're not going to get away with, well, I mean, they can try to grow it in a different way. They can create something that works in a different way, and that's fine. What they have is a good starting point, but they got a whole lot of gaps to fill. And there's a demo version of, or not demo, but there's a beta version of FSUIPC out. They're letting people use, and I've been avoiding it so far. You know, but that's a start. If you get, you know, the controls straightened out and you get the, sorry, I'm cleaning my glasses. If you get the controls straightened out and you get the camera straightened out, then you still have to fix those FMSs. They got a lot of work to do. you know, the good news to me in all of this is that there are a whole lot of people that are now doing Flight Simulator that have never done it before, hopefully, and they just think this is how it's supposed to be. So they're not being that critical. They're just, ooh, wow, this is great, and they're flying all over the place and enjoying themselves. And then their friends are seeing it, and they're buying it too. So hopefully all those sales will translate into a version 2 of MSFS, or a version 1.1 or 1.2. On and on and on. Alright, so I'm in FMS mode. My altitude is set. I'm in, let's see, let's turn the heading bug. I don't know what that's pointing to, actually, because this is a sort of a heading sort of departure. That looks like a bug to me. It should not, I don't think that should be doing that, but I'm not going to look at the SID right now. I'm just going to fly this airplane because I'm tired of this. Okay, so we need lights. Where's anti-collision? Icing. Pitot heat. That's engine. Flaps. See, I don't have a rotation speed, so we're just gonna wing it here. I'm gonna do flaps 1. Transponder. Set it for 2,000 and out. Enter. And switches. Any switches? Yes, there's a toga switch, which, weirdly enough, they do not have a way to turn it on apart from doing that. And we'll try some things when we get in the air to see if this thing has an auto throttle. I doubt it. See how sensitive that is now? Very sensitive. 1/8 of an inch movements on my throttle. That's where Toga tells me to go, right there. Knots, we better throttle back. Gear up. And flaps up. I don't know French. I don't know French that well. Travel T, I don't know French that well. Hey. But I get your point, because I'm traveling to Haiti. I think it's bien. Ibu? Is that right? Or E2? Alright, so let's put on nav and okay, see, I'm already doing 273. And let's I do not know what the climb speed for this sucker is, but I'm gonna guess, you know, we'll do a 200 knot climb. I'm gonna hit FLC right there. And we're gonna, actually I want to fly it by hand a little bit. Oh, we're gonna fly right over Miami. Look at that. Where is my flight director? Alright, where's the autopilot button? There it is. Seriously? No, no, no. Help. No, no. 290. Holy crap. This thing is a beast. Come on, climb, damn it. AP is engaged. Is it serious about it? Alright, so there's that. It is turning. It is climbing, and we're going to 410. Not the most stellar departure for my... was the second departure in this thing. FLC is... See, I'm on VS. Let's click FLC now. See, now what's it doing? FLC doesn't work. I mean, honestly. So I'm running 75% throttle right there. Man, this thing is a beast. What if I go... I have no idea how fast I'm climbing, but it's fast. I'd be able to see it if they didn't have this bug with this little window here. God. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll be at our cruising altitude in just about 1 minute. I would like to get some feedback from a real pilot as to how to fly this airplane accurately. Like what power setting to use on departure, because really you're going to blow the speed limit. Unless you're climbing like a rocket, you're going to blow the speed limit. You're going to have to power back very quickly. Or you're going to have to set the airplane, you're going to have to set it up on end. That is the TBM. No, this is that longitude, the citation longitude. I've got to go all the way to Haiti. Then that's going to take this airplane about an hour and 50 minutes or so. So I wasn't, you know, for the TBM it would have taken me 210. So I'm saving a half hour by flying a $27 million jet as opposed to a $2 million turboprop. Oh, okay, so click that and that. Lord. See, it keeps moving my view back here. I don't know why. And you can't. Can you even go past that? Nope. So you can't even look in the back of this airplane. It will be interesting to see. I can just imagine. Yeah, how cheap. I can just imagine the devs cussing and swearing when they're trying to port their airplanes, some aspects of their airplanes, over to this sim. You know, I don't know, because, you know, I'm not really an airplane dev. I've done one friggin' flight model in my life. But you can't go back there. You know, that's it. That's as close as you get. You can't get none of the doors open in any of the airplanes, not the stock ones. So they're going to have commands for doing that sort of thing. So we'll get a good view of the ocean. Whether or not the guy that kept asking me to do this flight comes back and appreciates this. I will say that at the moment I'm very whelmed. Not necessarily overwhelmed, but whelmed with this airplane. That's a real word, I think. So yeah, MSFS did the flight plan. It put it all in for me, so I didn't have to, which is I'm very thankful about. It will be interesting when someday, number one, I understand this, and number two, it behaves, it has more functionality. So, dare I try the auto throttle? It says idle right there, but this says disengage auto throttle right here. Is there something I need to turn on to engage the auto throttle? Fuel boost pump, transfer off, on. Auto ground spoilers, we'll arm that. Secondary trim, stabilizer primary, trim, transfer fuel. It says open. I wonder if that should be open. Power transfer, aux A, aux B, hydraulics pumps, lift engine starter. Alright. Okay, I will just pull my throttles back and let's see if that engages auto throttle.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Not a good sign.
Landing gear. 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 Landing gear.
See, it says right there. Now maybe it has to go all the way back here. I don't know.
Landing gear.
But then this says auto throttle disengage, but there's no way that...
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Alright, so it's manual. It does look beautiful. From the inside, from what you can see, you can't see in the back. But from the outside, those engines each produce around 15,000 pounds of thrust, I think. Yeah, in an aircraft like this, or even I think this airplane might keep up with a 787, so you could take your pick. Yeah, that's the other airplane I had the choice to try today, was the 787, or the 747. See, up here, bank should turn itself on. At least it does on the TBM. It does it automatically. Maybe it doesn't on this airplane. I don't know. They said that there are some systems they didn't put in this airplane to keep the cost down. 27 million is defined as keeping the cost down. $27 million. You know, I'm gonna get another one. You know, why have two $27 million airplanes when you, or one $27 million airplane when you can have two? The thing that's cool, I was thinking about this morning when I was doing other things, is that flying long distances over the ocean won't be nearly as boring because the clouds will be realistic. You know? And I guess this is the fringe part of the tropical storm that's out here somewhere. And so it wants me to approach over the water. But let me look at the approaches. Oh, yeah, okay. I gotta get my Navigraph charts out for... here. MTPP. Alright, so let's see what kind of approaches it has. Charts. Approach. It's got a RNAV to 28. Let's see what it is. It's an LNAV VNAV, so the minimums will be higher. Interesting approach. But you know, if we're going to do this, you know, if we're going to fly to Haiti so that someone can see it, we're going to fly to where they can see it. Well, you know, I like to fly over the... Oh, crap. Look at this thing. It is just snoozing up here. I mean, let me see. We'll see what power we set to settle this thing down. Right now we are doing 455 knots ground speed. And I believe it'll go higher. Divide the price by 2. So you're saying that we shouldn't have one for, you know, we should both have one, is what you're saying there, Lucas. So we'll settle it down at, say, 215. Okay, so my throttles are not quite synced up here. So now we're out of trouble. So in the TBM up here with that wind, we would be doing about 320. So we're going 100 knots faster. And I think I will do this, I hope we get to see a lot here, but we're going to do the RNAV GNS to runway 28 if I can make that work. So, VNAV. Does VNAV work? So I need to bring up my flight plan to find out. I need to set up some more cameras. Flight plan. Add origin, add en route destinations, done, add destination. No, I actually just want to see the flight plan. There we go. Just took 20 seconds to show. Alright, so down, en route. Okay. Interesting. This is actually interesting. And then it goes to Beatty, and I don't know where Beatty is. Oh, there's Beatty. It's right next to us, to a... It's right next to a 4,700 foot mountain. So Beatty, 2750 would be incredibly dangerous. Needs to be at 6,300. Alright, so that's a load of crap right there. Let's see if it recalculates. So it looks like my power setting for cruise is going to be right around there, around 60%. $60, 62, 63. 62 or 63. Keep that in your head. Should we look down? Don't look down! Well, you know, I mean, it does have that Caribbean kind of look to it. You know, that aqua color. Lots of opportunities down there. X-Plane has the same opportunities though. I mean, X-Planes is actually better than that, the water, but it still has opportunities. I think there's an airport on this gaggle of islands, which is really kind of what that is, I think. Somewhere. So we're at 50% zoom. What does that mean? Does that mean we're in the middle, or does that mean... Is this what it looks like? Looks better from in here, if you ask me. Yeah, I think it'll go higher. I think it's approved to go up to higher than that, like 46 or something. Usually an airplane gets the top of its where it can fly, and it's crawling the last 1,000 feet. Not this one. This one will blast right through it. There's the moon. Yeah, it needs a new camera system. I don't think they're, you know, I wouldn't want them to be focusing on that. I'd want them to really be focusing on this. You know, they probably have a pretty good sized development team, I would hope, but they really need to focus on those FMS. So I've got a VNAV fix set, right? I did. Let's see if it's recalculated itself. Hello, turbulence. No, it did not recalculate itself, but this is the only hard one in there. So now if I go back, and I go proc, and I go approach, and I go runway 28, and RNAV 28, and I can say load that, and I can go back, and go back, go back. Alright, now it's set. There's the activate approach button, so if I go to proc, I can activate the approach right there. And then back to the flight plan, and there's the approach, Beatty, at 6,300 feet. Let's see, so let's go up here. So there's en route. So there's MTP. Okay, so it's going to take us direct to MTPP unless I activate this approach. Beatty. So what I could do is, just for safekeeping, I could say, see, 6,300, right? Yes, it is. I could just put 6,300 here because the approach shouldn't be part of the flight plan. I don't know, shouldn't be. That way, I've got something to keep me from descending down into the mountains while I'm on my VNAV profile. Now, do I have to turn on VNAV, or is it automatically on? There's nothing to turn it on, so let's just assume that it's on. Map settings. Map settings does nothing yet. And it should. Speed bugs. I don't know what to set the speed bugs to. I've got it in my head. That's all I got. Okay, and there's nav 1, nav 2, com 1, com 2. $485 knots, yeah. Oh, now we're speeding again. So cruise is going to be N1 around 55 or so. So we're doing, well, see, that's probably on up. What's the max altitude for this airplane? And in terms of VNAV, there's nothing that tells me when VNAV starts, right? So if I go back to flight plan, nothing. If VNAV works, and where are we? We're at MAID is. Okay, so let's go back to the flight plan and see what it wants us to be for MAID is, because if nothing else, en route. I don't know what this knob does. 45,000, so that may be the cruise at 45,000. I don't know what those knobs do yet. There's no options. You can't click those buttons. You can turn them, and it makes you feel a whole lot better for having turned them. You don't seem to do anything yet. Okay, and then so we're here. There's no way to show how far we are from the airport here, and they didn't show it in the log. So, whew, wow, man. MAID is, actually, let me put it right here, MADIZ. I'll cheat. Now let's go to the nav log. MAID is distance 461 miles. So, just ballparking this, I'm still over that island. You can't zoom in out on the MFD yet. You can. You can. You just use this little knob here. But we know we're at 41,000 feet, so if you multiply that times 3, that means you want to start your descent around 123 miles out. and descent rate, it'll be about 1700 feet per minute. You take your ground speed, not this speed, ground speed, multiply that times 5, so 5 times 400, that'd be 2000 feet per minute descent. And that would be at, like I said, 120 miles out. So the trick is knowing when you're 120 miles out. And is there a VNAV button, and can you click it? There is a VNAV button and you can click it. I don't know if it does any good. I don't know if there's, you know, normally with a G1000 or a G3000, this airplane actually comes stock with a G5000, it should say vertical track within 1 minute of descent. But since you can't tell when you're there at vertical descent, then you have to know. Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck up there. Direct to speed bugs. Okay, so and then the other thing is we can dial in 115.3. Okay, so let's go to that's COM1, COM2. Let's go to audio and radios. Nav 1153 and enter, and then transfer 115.3, and then we go home, and then put actually here, and let's put nav 1, no data yet, but that'll give us a clue too once we get closer. Yeah, I heard that about both FSU IPC and what's the other one? SPAD Next. There's apparently a bug. Just one though. Haha, kidding. I'm surprised that SimToolkit Pro works at all with it, to be honest. It's got true airspeed down here. It should have Mach up here. It should not say, it should not have the FLC speed up there anymore. So Belek is 390 miles. So what did I say before? 41,000 feet, so 124. And this up here doesn't, I mean, it tells you you're on autopilot. It tells you you're on FMS. It doesn't tell you what your next fix is. It does say what your altitude is, which is fine. I guess it's redundant. It's fine. Okay, this is the distance to some unknown fix. Oh, it's got an MSA right here, minimum safe altitude. That is a cool feature. It's blank, but still, maybe we'll see that. Maybe it'll come on. Oh, here we are. I'm sorry. Mate is to Belloc. 27.3. It would be nice, and I would expect this, actually, if you went into your flight plan, that it would give you some options for displaying your flight plan, where you could display accumulated distance instead of just this distance, where it would show you how much further you got to go. You know, part of this is me learning the systems, but a lot of it is things that are, I'm pretty sure, messed up. Maybe someone makes a avatab for FS 2020 for free equal it. Yeah, that would be a good thing. Because you know they got them. I mean, I'd reach back into the back and yell at one of my kids to loan me their iPad. Seems like it's doing an awful lot of moving up and down. Yeah, they're going to have to get a camera tool. Until they get this thing sorted out, they're going to have to get a camera tool. Someone will have to make it. They'll be in the set. So that's what's kind of what happened to Prepared and to FSX, is people made tools and then they wouldn't. They would never improve their own systems to make them better. But yeah, everyone will have to buy chase plane. Any options over here? There's minimums. I did get that to work last time. Minimum is, oh, what is my minimum? I don't know what category this airplane is. We'll do 396 because I simply don't know. There. Oh. Barrow. There we go. PFD settings. AOA is on. I don't know how useful that is. Wind is option 2. Comm channel spacing. Those are the only options. Up here you can't see your airplane. It's a bug. Speed bugs. I'm just gonna say V approach is on, and timers. That could be handy for holds. Nav source, nav 1 is on. Still no data on nav 1. I do have that set in nav 1, right? Yep, 115.3. You click home, it takes it back to the flight plan. So this should be, is this Turks and Caicos right there? I think it is. Yeah, a Navitab would be a big help, you know, and well, have it able to connect to external flight planning software like X-Plane does. See, this to me feels like a lot of up and down. See, it's just wobbling. That may be the autopilot doing that. Actually, now that I think about it, there was someone was reporting porpoising on VNav, so maybe this is just a different version of that. There is no yaw damper. Must be automatic. So maybe on the way back we'll go into Turks and Caicos. Pretty sure they've got an airport. They got to fly those tourists in somehow, right? You know, from Brazil to the U.S., I mean, you figure you fly, I don't know, I assume you're going to want to fly from Rio or someplace like that up to like Miami. That's going to be a long haul. Like 10 hours, I would think. Just make sure you bring a good book. Well, you were talking about doing a long haul flight from Brazil up to Miami or someplace in the U.S. I mean, we could go to Seattle, but that'd make it a little bit longer. But if we went from Rio to Miami, then that would take, I think that'll take about 10 hours. It's got to be at least 8. What's the identifier for Rio? Do you know? KMIA. And let's pick a... I'll say a 787-9, just for the grins of it. Leave that there. Here. I'm looking for Rio. Is that Rio? Doesn't look like Rio. There's Buenos Aires, Argentina. Where's Rio? I need an identifier for Rio. Oh, is it SBRJ? SBRF. SB, I'll use SBS in the in north. Rio is SBGL. All right. We'll do SBGL first. SBGL. It says here that will take roughly 8 hours. With prep time, it'll be 8 hours and 20 minutes. Look at that leather. Oh my God. Really? How long's the runway? I used SBGL as the airport that I was thinking. Oh, is it? Well, then we'll have to do the 8-hour flight. I'll just get a book. Just, you know, just sit here and read while we're just cruising along, just relaxing. Really, I'm interested in doing some low and slow over Brazil. Trick there's going to be getting weather data. Yeah, see, this airplane's just porpoising. My left engine shut off. Why? Am I out of gas? Fuel. I'm out of gas. You know, if this wasn't a sim, that'd be a huge problem. Um, well, I guess I can't use SimBrief to figure out how much fuel I need for this airplane. Whoa. 4,300. Whoa, and you can get a 738 down on that? My God, I have to be empty. So boy, that fuel estimate was way off. Unless their fuel flow is way, way off. It's also a possibility. See, I don't have it. There's no data on the 700. But I had more than double the amount of fuel that SimBrief said I should have. I'll be right back. Stall. Oh, Lord. Stall. Why? Well, the speed did come down, but why did the speed come down? You know, we're 10 degrees nose up. Why are we 10 degrees nose up? Did everybody run into the back of the airplane? All of a sudden, my power requirements are much higher. Oh, that, I mean, what that could be, there's something called the back of the not the back side of the envelope with an airplane, where, and I've been in this situation in a sim before. I was really angry at the sim at the time because I thought it had a crappy flight model, but then I understood. What happens is the airplane is at such a high angle of attack, like nose up like this, that it's using thrust to keep itself in the air instead of using airflow over the wing to keep itself in the air. Let's see, so I went for number 2 in the back. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, at least it drowns out the smell of the JP4. Yeah, that may have been the situation that we were getting, and for some reason, may have had something to do with the engine going out on me from running out of gas. Okay, so let's see how far we are. Okay, so MTPP. Let's see where's my descent fix? Arrival. Save R. Is it save R? Let's put that in. Save R. And then before save R, we want to put forced. Oh, not gonna let me do that. Let's do this. Forced. Doesn't know forced. It's weird. What fixes after forced? Oh, yeah, see, now we're speeding. Yeah, so we're probably on the back side of the envelope, or the back side of the envelope. So with the airplane pointed, when the nose of the airplane is too high, it's not using enough wing lift, so it's using the thrust of the engine to keep the airplane up at altitude, and that can cause the airplane to slow down, get really high. The nose is pointed really high, and yeah, so it's behaving much more like a rocket. Okay, so there's forced. Okay, so there's Jose's, and we want save R. And navlog. Still nothing on nav1. So I think it's saying we have to descend 25 miles before Jose's, or whatever that is. So this is a 200 nautical mile map. So this would be 100 miles. So when we're about that far from, when Jose's is that far in front of us, thereabouts, we can start our descent. See, I don't see any controls for controlling VNAV at all. Like, for example, okay, so wait, let's go Savar. Let's click on that and see what pops up. You can activate leg. You can remove the waypoint. You can insert after, you can insert before, you can do a direct to, activate leg. There's no menu. Yeah, there's no VNav direct where you can start your descent right now. Alright, well, have fun out there. See, the bus tie is closed. Let's see if it makes it happier if the bus tie is open. If I close the bus tie, what happens? Nothing. Alright. So when I get 25 miles from Jose's, thereabouts, I think I might just go ahead and start the descent. Because I don't have any confidence that there's any... What is that? That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Oh wait. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Flight plan. That doesn't work. Enter, accept. I don't know. I don't have any way to control VNav. I don't have any recollection. The only thing that tells me that VNav is on is if I click flight plan. Let's see, so let's go back. No, I wanted to actually see the flight plan. I didn't want to see that. And I guess we're really stuck not being able to see the flight plan anymore because that won't go away. Whatever that is, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That doesn't work. Oh, there's Jose's down there. My next flight, I'm going to fly something else. I thought the Cessna flight last night was more practical. But this is cool. Let's zoom out. Can we zoom out? No? There's something out there. I guess that's this. So we're doing 414. So our descent rate would be 2,070 thereabouts. So I hope my estimate for my descent is good. We will see. This is my first time ever flying to Jamaica. I was flew past it before. And I think this is Provincialis right there. You know, I've got to fly to Hawaii. Here, my dude. That I need to do. You know, I hope they hire some guys who are good at avionics. Wait, what is that? Cabin altitude. No, I thought maybe that was our VNAV counter. nothing on VNav. And I can't see crap because of this thing won't get out of the way. Let's see, if I don't want to remove a waypoint. I could activate hoses. Okay, let's click that, and we'll click there. I feel better. Activate, and it comes back. Ah, yes, of course. God, man. Pretty. Now we're seeing something. This will be interesting. See what Jamaica looks like. Wow, that looks really cool. There are some good documents on the G1000 out there. Some really, really good documents on it. I mean, ones that show the flow of the of what to expect when you click this button or you click that button, that sort of a thing. So they can fix the G1000, the G3000. I don't know. You know, I mean, hopefully they can. Look at that. Wow. Alright, I'm going to start my descent 25 miles early. Let's see, do I have any risks at all with doing that? Oh, oof, well, no, it should be okay. Alright, so, let's see, nothing that's indicating VNav up there. I can go out. Oh, there we go. I don't know what I just did, but there we go, whatever it is. Alright, and let's go. Nope. And then I guess we gotta do VS. See, it doesn't, yeah, I don't think VNav works. Because that should show, there should be a VNav window right there, and there's not. Oh, so there's my nav 130 miles out. That's from the airport, but we're not going direct to the airport. pretty day. So in terms of staying on the VNav or the LNav, it does fine. In terms of the VNav, it does not work. This goes back to me saying that they should put the Cheyenne in this thing. If they would fix things, but there are only a few in the tail. Slavs isn't seeing. What is the altimeter? The altimeter is 1010. Okay, now here's my next challenge. Okay. Push standard, navcom, proc, enter, range, PFD. Okay. Nav source timers, minimums, PFD settings, speed bugs. There's no other options here. You can't use 1010. Oh, Lord. What is 1010 in, That's 2983. Which makes sense if there's a hurricane nearby. Okay, when I get up here, well, in fact, I could go ahead and activate the approach. Proc. Now, Savar is part of the approach, you bonehead. Ah, Lord. Now what's it thinking? Now it's got this line and this line, and it needs Oh man, they're trying to. Back on nav. Wow. So many bugs in this thing. It's funny. Oh my god. Let's see. We're still descending at a good rate. You know, honestly, that was a really good rate of descent. But then what is going to happen, since it really didn't think that Savar was part of the approach, what is going to happen on this approach? Okay. Let's bring this approach up before we get into trouble. Oh, can't bring it up there. Let's bring it up here. Okay, so... Oh, man. Alright, let's go down. And the fixes don't have the same names. So, 2. Alright, we better zoom in. We will just have to figure it out. Let's see, 250 knots at 6,300 feet. We're okay. So I need to be at 2,000 feet at IF035, which is, let's see, 5.7, 7.7, 8.4 miles. Well, I don't need to be. I need to be at it by the final approach fix. One wonders if the light landing in some of the other airplanes is better. Well, I wonder it. Is that clouds up there? I hope this autopilot doesn't screw me over here. All right. All right, so we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go down to Jamaica, and I'm gonna take. God, what am I gonna fly down to Jamaica? That is about 130 miles. Nope, about 160 miles. I could just, I don't know, TBM? Maybe something completely different. Maybe the TBM. Maybe I'll check to see how if it has VNAV. Oops, this thing is past its altitude. So we will hold here. Hey, you're back right in time. Here, I thought I was flying to Jamaica. I was flying to friggin' Haiti. I got a, which is great because what's his name isn't here. But it's, I'm not going to fly this airplane to. I mean, much as this has been kind of it's been a beautiful flight. This airplane is frustrating. So I'm going to I might try the TBM, see if it has VNAV. Not that it's a big deal. I mean, it's about 160, 170 miles to Jamaica from here. But it's pretty out there, isn't it? That's Haiti. It is work to keep this airplane on speed. Let's look outside. That's Haiti. Wow. Haiti? Not Haiti. Haiti. It will be interesting to see whether these these nav systems develop. I'm glad we went this way instead of runway 10 because we wouldn't have seen all this stuff. Well, I'm down at 6,300 feet now. We're getting ready to. This is the initial approach fix right here, Savar. These lines were a screw up by the autopilot. I activated the approach, and it said, "Oh, here, let me take you direct to the intermediate fix instead of to the initial approach fix." So I think I fixed it. Well, I don't know, because now it wants to go here, and it looks like it wants to go back up there. So when I make the turn here, I'll probably go direct to PP 920. Even though I don't know what PP920 is. This doesn't look like the right approach. I mean, it kind of looks like the right approach. So we're just going to cruise along here. Oh, wait a second. That's where the approach begins, right there. Wait. Oh. Still, it was trying to take me direct down to here. So I will go direct Beatty from here. And I may have to climb. It's looking to me like I'm going to have to climb. Let's climb up to 83. Well, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let's climb up to 8,300. I can be at 6,300 at Beatty. But this is still a screw up. I don't know what it's thinking right here. Look at this. I'm flying in the mountains. In the clouds. Self-vectoring. I'm gonna go up to 10,000. Here, I'll just turn on the terrain radar over here and I'll be all set. So let's go direct Beatty. Yeah, 354. Why isn't this thing climbing at 2,000 feet per minute? That's because it already engaged the altitude. That was my bad. Actually, it says the highest obstacle in this area is probably around 5,600 feet. I said I was going to go direct Beatty. Where's Beatty? Beatty. Beatty. Let's go direct. Activate. Alright. You gotta click it a couple of times and the thing goes away. Look at that. I think, honestly, I'm going to have to modify my view to like this so I can read these. Wait. I said direct Beatty. Where's it going? Now it wants to go to Savar. Beatty. No. It won't let me do this. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, direct. No, cancel. Let's go proc. Let's activate the approach again. And where's that gonna go? That's where it needs to go. Let's click nav. Let's turn bank off. I don't know that I could make a whole lot more mistakes. So at Beatty I can be at 6,300 feet. So I've activated the approach, so can I back, and let's go to flight plan. Click that. I hesitate to click that. It says it's going direct Beatty, but it's not going direct Beatty. It's going up to this PP 920. You can see on the line, unless it's doing something else. But it says it's going direct Beatty. We'll let it do its thing. Whatever that thing is. Yeah. There's something. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try the TBM. So I've activated the approach, so let's see what it does. Let's see, Beatty, if I go, let's go back, no, let's go to flight plan, Beatty, let's click Beatty again, no, let's click Beatty again. Alright, and I've got 6,300 in here. 6,300, and this is, it doesn't say it's Beatty. So 6,300 should show in this window right here, and it doesn't, even though that shows properly. I like my speed. I'll start down once I get to PP 920, and we'll just keep working our way down. 6,300 there, and then I can be at 4,800 at this fix here, PP 187. But we'll wait till we get down here to do that. Technically, I should be good, so 6,300 out. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable out there. Everybody in Jamaica is looking up and going, why is there a $27 million airplane flying into our airport? And the guy standing next to him says, have they gone up again? Told you to buy that Coca-Cola stock. Apple, man. Apple. Buy Apple. And 4,800 feet. Okay, I should be good for 4,800. I want to figure out how to shut those tooltips off. And then we'll go down to 4,100 feet when we make this turn, and then 2,000 feet. I've got to be down at 185 knots before I get to this fix. Cozy little mountains. Zoom in. Alright, speed brake in. We're at 4,800, we're below 185. Ones that appear when you pass the mouse on up. Yeah, I don't know that I really need those a whole lot. Okay, so yep. Here, I'm gonna put a notch of flaps out, and let's see, let's get our altitude down. See, they just mess. Alright. Approach is activated. And turn it on. Let's see if it works. We got to be at 2,000 feet right here. So we're doing good. I'm going to add
landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
a little early for landing gear, but
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
landing gear. Let's just get it to shut up. GP is active. Options, general accessibility, then you turn off the show tooltips. Okay. So I want to be 140 on final up to 1,000 feet AGL. And then final notch of flaps, we bleed off the airspeed to 100, thereabouts. If it flies like a sovereign.
Stall.
Yeah.
Stall. 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 Stall.
Okay, we're at 2,000 feet. Just acquired the approach. We are on the approach. GP V out. Still not active. What is it waiting for? Oh, here comes the glide path. There we go. There it is. So about 40% power right there. Landing speed's gotta be 125 or so. Well, that's the first crash I had. The sim actually crashed. And and that's going to be a challenge for them. That's I mean, that's pretty amazing. That's the first crash I had in, um, let's see, where, let's see, here. But I think it stores my temporary files on my C drive under users, Greg. View, show hidden items. Where's app data? There it is. And local. Microsoft. Logs.db. Not very useful. Folder is empty. It's a null pointer. Tried to access a null pointer inside of its own code. Yeah, you know, you get that close and then it crashes. Boy, that airplane's got a lot of issues though. Wow, it's got a lot of issues. I hope they have their own error reporting somehow about that because, you know, that's what X-Plane had going for it is readable logs that people could diagnose their problems. Oh, I didn't want to open that again. Yeah, it's going to be tough to find out what speed you're supposed to be flying in a longitude. I'm making them up as I'm going. Um, yeah, I was thinking to myself, it was amazing how stable this sim was until it just got that crash. You know, someone flies across the Atlantic to some airport for 6, 7, 8 hours. They get to a 1 mile final and it crashes. You know what? One thing I haven't checked on is can you set up well, they do have challenges. Can you set up an airplane of your choosing on a 10-mile final and do an approach? I'm probably not going to fly right away. I think I'll just take a look here. First thing I want to do is switch airplanes, though. Change aircraft. Nice, but turboprops. I want to see what's in this. Okay, so it's this is the Collins system. The thing I don't like about flying the King Air is it takes forever to set up. You know, all these switches, you gotta click this on, then go over here and click this on, then come for, I mean, if you're gonna do it properly, it takes, you know, spend an hour setting it up. Probably it wouldn't take an hour once I knew what I was doing, but I've never gotten to that point. So I should really stick to my turboprops. Only one livery, right? Yep. Okay, so go back and let's go to I'll set this flight up. What is this? This is just parking, ramp. That's parking. And Kingston, Jamaica. Norman Manley is MKJP. MKJP. Alright. Yeah. Just do an assessment of what this airplane's got. And take a look around at the airport. Wonder if you can save a flight, save its state. One thing I used to do in Prepared was I'd fly the, especially when I was testing the turbulence program, is I would set it up on a downwind and save it wherever it was. And then I'd restart the flight right there on the downwind. And it was brilliant. It worked great. Come on. Yeah, you can see how the photo reels, it's okay. Okay, so I'm in the wrong parking place, but you know, I'm not moving because then I have to reset the whole flight. Let's see, so you said assistance, general accessibility, then tool tips. Oh, discard. Accessibility, what do I have to do? Go to the main menu? It's in general. Menu animations. Show tooltips is off. It wouldn't be under this, would it? I wonder what that does. Try this. Options, assistance. Discard that. Assistance, notification. It's off. I think I've got it just about everything off. Oh well. Something else I'll have to fix. Let's go ready to fly. Oh, I've got to change my controls. See, it's tedious too for every, so I've got to come in here and change this. All right, and I wonder if I can rename that. Let's go to preset manager, rename, and I'm just going to call this TBM for now. MTBM. All right, and then let's go. How do I get out of this? Go back and go back. Apply and save. Resume. And then how do I go into reverse? Really, yeah. Let's see. And then there's two things. See, there's this taxi range and there's reverse range. So, how am I going to do this? Let's see. Escape. Controls. And, reverse. No, not assigned. Reverse. Hold propeller reverse thrust, toggle propeller reverse thrust. And let me... I don't know what that means. Just say that that's good. Validate it. And then let's go back. Apply and save. Resume. Now if I toggle reverse, it doesn't work. Didn't save it? No, not toggle. Reverse. Toggle propeller reverse thrust. And 2. Validate. There's no way to test it here, so apply and save, go back, resume. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Alright, take that off. I mean, I get it, you know, why they did that. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Taxi. Alright, that's not going to work. Reverse. Okay, so let's try this. Let's take that off. Clear current input. And let's try this. Validate. Apply and save. Oops, already been there. Go back. Go back. Resume. So move that down there. Nope. Alright, let's try. You definitely get the sense. What did I do? That's what it is. So really, if you're going to do your governor magneto check, your governor check, you're going to have to so that works okay, I guess. But you got to do that. Well, see, in this airplane, it doesn't matter if you do the governor check because, quite honestly, it ain't going to fail. If this was the hot start, you would be in trouble. Control Alt 8. That was weird. Oh, let's see. 2 o'clock. Wait a second. So it's already on battery, and there's no way to take it off of it. Oh, oh, I see. It's a little bit out of line. Okay, that's all right. But it's got the same system that's in the that jet. Well, no, actually, it's got stuff here that.
TOS system test. Okay.
I know you. Weather radar controls. There's that. No checklist. Boy, they've got a lot of work to do. I'd rather have the G1000, to be honest. Because this isn't going to have VNav either. Not that it's required. Okay, but this is a little different. Alright, I'm not going to fly right now, but I will do a short flight later on, get over to Jamaica, and I might just do a manual flight, you know, just use the autopilot, but just do manual descent, because obviously VNav's not going to work. But yeah, tough to find. I mean, there's just no decent nav in this airplane, in this sim. All right, Lucas, you need to get outside. What's the weather like down there today?
It's currently partly cloudy and 82 degrees.
My watch just decided to answer. It's 82 degrees here. Oh, we're doing a flight now in the Vision Jet. Okay, so you're going to be in X-plane. Yeah, I need to do a flight in X-plane. You know, get back where systems are good. All right, well, have fun. Have fun. Don't spend your whole day inside. I'm gonna do a couple things myself. I'll be back online later.